and welcome back to my channel. So if you caught my last video, you know I'm super obsessed with systems. But today I wanted to get really specific about the body, the fitness, that life area of my system, because that's really where all this is coming from and why I'm obsessed with becoming the best version of myself. Honestly, I think the biggest lie we're told as a working moms is that we just have to be tired all the time. I always hear that. It's like something that I just need to accept once I became a mom. Basically just became like a job description. It became attached to the word mom. Once you're a mom, expect it that you're going to be tired all the time. But I said, that can't be the entire truth, or I'm just not gonna buy that. I just don't have time to be stuck like having brain fogs or like crashing by 3 p.m. when I still have this career and job that I need to maintain. I still have my kids that I need to pick up. That's just too much. There must be something beyond this definition of motherhood. So for me, I felt like I had to build a protocol. It still keeps my boss lady mode without the burnout. So the number one factor here is energy. Very limited when you're a mom. So I'm going to take you through my exact habits and the supplements that helps a lot with my energy, that helps me automate things the second I wake up in the morning and the minute I hit the bed. Okay, let's start with the first things first, of course, is the second we wake up. Let's talk about our mornings. So I'm an avid coffee lover. I used to be that mom who would drink like several cups of coffee in a day and then wonder why I was shaking and anxious by noon for my meetings and stuff. So now I just use my morning coffee as a tool to get my systems going. First thing I do is I prepare my coffee in the morning. My coffee is not just a regular coffee. I kind of level it up a little bit to help me throughout the day. So the first thing I do is I add that scoop of collagen and around 5 grams of creatine. That's really important, especially if you're working out. And yes, even if you're not a bodybuilder, creatine is the most studied supplements and is a game changer for your brain health and muscles. Another thing I am really loving and I've been taking consistently for a long time is my mushrooms. And that, I mean, the lion's mane. I use it for just cognitive function. It makes me real sharp throughout the day, and I combine that with L-Theanine, and those two is my secret sauce. It's like, it makes me a super mom. Trust me when I tell you that. Everyone notices it. I notice it when I don't take it. And if you've never tried L-Theanine with your coffee, it's life-changing. Those two, caffeine in combination with L-Theanine, is just productivity overload. That's all I'm gonna say. It takes away the jitter refilling in your caffeine. If you're very sensitive to caffeine like I am, if you take L-Theanine alongside caffeine, it's going to calm your nervous system down, and it's going to take away that jittery feeling. That's why it's a productivity tool. So caffeine wakes you up, and then L-Theanine kind of balances everything out. So it gives you this calm, clean, and steady energy throughout the day without the crash. So that's how I keep my deep work done just before everyone in the house wakes up. So after you've gone through your morning routine and if you started all the things you needed to start for work or for home, I can't be the only one going through this, especially if I work on site in my cubicle. I always hit that 3 p.m. crash or that 3 p.m. wall where you just want to crawl back under your desk. Or if you're working from home, you just want to crawl into your warm and cozy bed. Usually what I notice at work, that's when everyone gets up just at 3 p.m. and try to reach for sugar or for another shot of espresso to get their energy up, because that's where everyone just hits that 3 o'clock slump. So instead, what I do is what I call the 3 o'clock p.m. bridge. So this is what I do. I put some electrolytes in my water, because most of the time that brain fog that we experience is just usually dehydration. And then what I do is, if I am at home, I jump on my rebounder. I have this tiny rebounder in my gym. It's like a mini trampoline that you can jump. You could put it indoors and jump anytime you want for about 5 to 10 minutes. I do that. It might look a little silly or crazy, but moving your lymphatic system is the fastest way to wake up your brain. And if I am working from home and if I do need to do my workouts midday during around my lunch break or something and I don't have like enough energy, I make sure that I do so I can complete my workout and I can increase my strength. That's when I use my Maltodextrin. It's the intra-workout carbohydrates that I use to make sure I really exert a lot of my effort and lift a lot of weights during my workouts. It really increases my strength and it bumps up the energy. Then now that I've taken you throughout my entire day of supplements and how I keep my energy up, another important thing of being in your high performance phase era is knowing how to turn everything off, how to shut down. You know, we are not machines. Even machines, our computers need to shut down. So as humans, it is really important to shut down, and that's where really the magic happens during the recovery and the rest time. So I call this part the digital sunset. So if you basically what it is if you don't recover, you can't really outperform yourself tomorrow and then the next day and then the next day. In order to make sure my body and my mind is fully recovered at the end of the day, with dinner I do take the supplements that I take are my omega-3s. Another non-negotiable for me to make sure that my sleep is good quality sleep is my magnesium glycinate. If you're a mom and you're not taking high quality magnesium, this is your sign. If you think that you are not well rested, even if you get about 7 to 8 hours of sleep and then you wake up the next day, you feel like you're still groggy and you're not well rested, you're still tired, it's probably because you're lacking in magnesium. So this is a very good supplement to take. Make sure it's magnesium glycinate so it gets absorbed most efficiently and it relaxes you. It relaxes your muscles. It makes sure actually getting deep restorative sleep every night. So just to make things easier for you and you don't have to take notes in this, I've linked all my entire supplement essentials in the description below if you just want to take a look at that. And if you want to see the exact brands that I use for each of the supplements, these are the brands I've trusted. These are the brands I've used over time and has really proven to give me results, and therefore I trust them. That will be down in the description of this video below. So look, these are supplements. These are great. They are called supplements for a reason. They help with moving the needle, but of course, they're just the 1% that makes the majority, the 99% of the stuff, the big needle movers, become easier. Let me tell you, these supplements won't fix a broken schedule, but if you feel like your whole life there is a leak somewhere, like an energy leak somewhere, like you're just drained every day and you don't even know where to start, I suggest you go grab my free live audit in the description below as well. It'll help you find those gaps in your 6 areas in life. I call this the 6 domains, so you can actually make room for these habits that's really important. So you might be putting a lot of energy into something that is not moving the needle, that are not giving you the results. This live audit is going to help you figure out where that leak is so that you can actually make room for the habits that matter. And since we're talking about leaks and fixing them, and if you're ready for a full blueprint and you want to actually fix the leaks after you figured out what those leaks are, the High Performance Mom Protocol is also available and is live as well. It's everything I do to manage my empire and my body and my fitness without losing my sanity. And when I say empire, it's just really my world. The things I love to do, the family and friends that I love, while making sure I don't get burnt out and I also don't let go of my fitness and my health. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and let me know in the comments which of your life area you're struggling with after you take that life audit, and I will see you on the next video.